I got some thought, I got some coffee. I don't know which I'ma take, and I'm figuring it out. And I'm figuring it out. Cause you know we play for keeps. I ain't sledding about a week. I've been on these YouTube streets trying to get it out to me. And I'm riding now. Yeah, I'm riding now, babe. Telling you, put me in the studio. Might make a hit. Maybe, maybe not. But I'll tell you how you get signed and get them red Zacks and put in some other shit and make some more money from it.
He was rising fast in Jacksonville's underground rap scene, known for raw lyrics, viral street anthems,
Call me back in, baby.
that sparked instant reactions. La Cracker. Off stage, his real name was Loreno Span, and for years he walked a thin line between notoriety and local fame. To some, he was just another artist, telling the story of his environment. To law enforcement, he was something else entirely. A name that kept surfacing in investigations, a face seen too often in interrogation rooms. It was early 2023 when everything took a turn. Before we get started on this video, make sure you go check out my website that's in the description, where I post viral videos daily. Span had been shot, reportedly ambushed in the streets of Jacksonville. Bleeding but alert, he drove himself to the hospital, not realizing that moment would be the start of a federal nightmare. As he received treatment inside, police searched his vehicle outside. What they found changed everything. Inside the car was a weapon that went far beyond street-level possession.
Oh my God.
A short barrel rifle fitted with an illegal switch. A small device capable of turning a semi-automatic firearm into a fully
You went to the hospital with that shit in the trunk? You didn't throw it?
That wasn't just a gun. It was a federal weapons violation, and the timing couldn't have been worse. Law enforcement had been under pressure to crack down on automatic weapons flooding the streets, especially those tied to gang activity. Spanish became the perfect example. Within days, he was facing multiple charges, not just for the illegal weapon, but with something even heavier. A gang enhancement. Prosecutors argued the weapon.
That's why I don't understand, bro. Like, you gotta be smart. That's why people don't go to the hospital for real when they get shot, because they can't. Because I got this pipe in the car. I got all types of shit going on. I can't just, like, you're supposed to throw the gun, bro. That's the main thing you're supposed to do. They searching your car. You got this fat ass stick not put up. What did you really think was gonna happen? Moving sloppy, man. You get an F.
To ongoing organized violence in Jacksonville, a city that in recent years had become infamous for street beefs playing out through diss tracks and real life retaliation. Span, through his music, had long been accused of glorifying the very violence the state now claimed he was fueling. This wasn't Span's first time on law enforcement's radar. Back in 2020, his name surfaced in connection to a disturbing shooting in northwest Jacksonville, a shooting that nearly took the life of a man who was holding his infant child. On July 30th, 2020, gunfire rang out at the Cleveland Arms Apartments. ShotSpotter technology alerted police to the scene, where they found shell casings in a black SUV riddled with bullets. Surveillance footage later revealed a white car pulling into the complex, stopping to speak with the 32-year-old victim who was outside holding his baby. Then, chaos. Shots rang out from the white car. One shooter even leaned out the window with a rifle, firing 18 rounds as the vehicle sped away. Children were seen running for cover. The white car was later found abandoned outside the home of Felix Fife Pusey. Inside that home, police recovered the very guns used in the shooting. After being taken into custody, Pusey admitted to being in the car and firing the rifle. He was charged with attempted first-degree murder, attempted second-degree murder, discharging a firearm from a vehicle, and possession of a firearm as a juvenile felon. In July 2022, a jury found him guilty on all counts. He was sentenced to 40 years in Florida State Prison. But here's where the streets start talking, because during court proceedings, Fifi allegedly gave up another name, Loreno Span, better known as. So they started snitching. According to court rumors and testimonies, Fifi claimed Span was in the car during the shooting. Some allege he named him as the getaway driver, yet despite the statement, Span was never arrested or charged for attempted murder. His name was mentioned, but his record remained clean on paper. Whether it was lack of evidence or deeper politics in the courtroom, only Fife took the fall. So while Span walked, Fefe got buried under a 40-year sentence, and from that moment forward, questions lingered in Jacksonville. Did Span skate on a serious charge? Or was he never supposed to be there to begin with? And that's where the 92-hour interrogation footage, that's $2,200, comes into play. Did he snitch in that 92 hours? One thing is certain.
I think he did.
When Span was back in court in 2023, this time for weapons charges and a gang enhancement. Prosecutors were already well aware of his name, and maybe, just maybe, they were waiting for the right time to bring it back up. The courtroom on May 24, 2023 was packed. Spann entered a not guilty plea. Outside, fans debated whether the system was targeting him or whether he had finally crossed the line. On Reddit and street blogs, clips of his interrogation circulated with speculation and conspiracy. Some argued he was being railroaded. Others said the charges was just the latest chapter in a story that had been writing itself for years.
Nah, for real though, you want to get in that gang shit, you can't be surprised when they put them charges on you. They trying to take you off the streets. That's their job. It's cops and robbers, bro. The job is to take you off the streets. They pretty much know that you're doing this shit. So it's like, even if you with that shit, so you getting, you know what I'm saying? They gonna take you away and make it hurt. You're gonna go on the inside and you either gonna break or you gonna stand tall. And most people don't stand tall, bro. Despite all these stories and shit you be hearing, most people is not standing tall in there.
His fate remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. In Jacksonville, the line between rap, real life, and law enforcement has never been blurrier. And for Lock Krakow, Loreno Spann, what started as a drive for survival might end as a case study in how quickly it all can unravel. In this interrogation room, Loreno Spann, better known in Jacksonville streets as La Cracker, sat in near silence. The video, now circulating online, shows him face to face with detectives, but he doesn't say a word. No statements, no breakdowns, no cooperation. For many watching, it was a moment of quiet respect. In a culture where snitching is the ultimate betrayal, staying silent under pressure is often seen as a badge of honor. But the silence in this room doesn't tell the whole story. Allegedly, there's another tape, a different interrogation, this one from September 2021, where the narrative changes. Whispers in the streets say that video is 96 hours long, and in that session, Spann wasn't so quiet. Rumors claim he gave up names, laid out details, and left behind a statement that some say altered the course of a federal investigation. The tape hasn't surfaced publicly, but those who say they've seen it claim it's not just talk, it's paperwork. And in this game, paperwork is everything. This video may show silence. The shadows behind it tell a much louder story.
Sir? Listen to me, okay? We're gonna start off this right, okay? When we talk, we're gonna talk clear, so I can hear you, understand you, okay? All right. Spell it. L-A-R-E-N-O. S-P-A-N-N. Okay. What time is it?
2:25. It's the 23rd.
All right, man. So today's December 23rd, okay? The time is 2:25 in the morning, all right? We're at the CJIC office.
Right before Christmas is crazy, too.
Excuse me, West Monroe Street, you understand? Okay. I'm gonna read you your rights, all right, so you understand what's going on, okay? That's the highest education you have. You graduated high school, graduated college.
What's the last grade you completed?
That should be sad when you think about it, nigga. You ain't never graduated high school.
Contact from the jump, classic sign of someone who either doesn't trust the room or already made up his mind to stay silent.
You started going to school after that grade. Do me a favor right here, man. Read that first sentence for me right here.
I guess you could say it's keep it solid, but that's what you're supposed to do when you're involved, though. You don't get those brownie points for doing your job.
You understand? That you were in. Okay.
The one that allegedly lasted 92 hours according to multiple sources. This footage is sitting on the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office website, locked behind a paywall, and if you want access, it'll run you a staggering $2,200. Now think about that, 92 hours of raw interrogation footage. That's not your typical back and forth. That's almost 4 days straight of sitting in a room.
There's nobody paying for that. That's the funny part. Nobody's paying for that. Nobody.
What makes this even more controversial, that interrogation allegedly involves Loreno Spann. known to most as La Cracker. Unlike the viral clip of him sitting in silence, hoodie on, head down, saying nothing, this interrogation supposedly tells a whole different story. People claim this is the tape where he talks, where names are dropped, and where the line between silence and snitching starts to blur.
Hey man, go ahead and pay for that shit. I know you want to pay for it. That's why you ain't pay for that shit on Photograph. You just said his ass snitch. I feel you though. You got 96 hours of interrogation footage. You said something. So that's why you don't get in the street style. We trying to tell y'all don't want to listen to me, man. I mean, shit, you gonna crash out, be a crash out by yourself. Don't involve me and mine. You know what I'm saying? Me and my boy Pluto, we gonna be alright.